Hello everyone, hope you are fine. So in this lesson we're going to discuss about the standard form or the scientific notation. So this chapter is important from the paper 1 point of view because it contains 3 to 4 mark question in the paper 1. So in this lesson we're going to discuss about the standard form, their representation, how to convert ordinary to standard, standard to ordinary, the multiplication of a standard form, division of a standard form, addition and a subtraction. Okay, so it's important topic by the way. So basically why we use standard form? We can use a standard form to represent a large, very large number or a very small number. To make a standard form we can use the law of indices, but and the number we only express in the base is a base of 10. Okay, so we can use the base of 10 over there. So now the representation of a standard form, it's quite important. See, so a times by the 10 power of n. Okay, now it's important, see the first digit. So our first digit is lie between 1 and the 10. So our first digit must be is between the 1 and 10. Otherwise we can say okay, our number is in standard form. Let us assume, for example, if 21.4 is a number but is not a standard form number. Why? Because if you can see the first digit, our first digit is not lie between the 1 and 10. So that's why we can say this number is not a standard form number. Okay, we can't say every number is in a standard form number, but those number who fulfill this condition, means a number a greater than 1 and a less than 10, thus only the number is the standard form number. So this number is not a standard form number because the first digit is not lie between the 1 and 10. The second example is if we can write 2.14 into the 10 power of 9, yes, that's my standard form number because my first digit number is lie between the 1 and 10. So it's important you can see the very first digit, otherwise we can't say any number is in standard form. You can observe the very first digit. Okay, first digit आपने observe करना है. If the first digit is in lie between the 1 and 10, then you can say sir it's a standard form number, otherwise we can't say the standard form number. Now how to convert any number, a positive number, a large number into a standard form? So we changing a large number into the standard form by the index method, by the power method by the way. So in that form, in the positive number, the index notation will be the positive. Okay, that's important. For the large number we use a positive power, for a small number we use a negative power. So now see, a number is 249000 and we have to convert into the index notation. For example, if I convert into the standard form, so by using the same method, it's mentioned over there a times by a 10 power of n. A is any number over there. So but the first number is between the 1 and 10. Okay, that's a quite important point. So now for example, if we have a point like this and if I convert after the 9, so it's 249 and the 249 number is a greater than 10. So we can't assume that's a standard form number because according to the rule of the standard form, our first digit is lie between the 1 and 10. Okay, बहुत सारे students they forgot the method. Our first number is lie between the 1 and 10. So we can convert our this decimal after the 2, because after 2 if I write it, so it's look like a 2.49 times by the 10 power of a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5 and a 6, and it's a positive 6 because we can write a positive sign for the large number. So and you can assume our first digit is fulfill the condition is greater than 1 and the less than 10. Okay, so the second question is 78 and the number of zeros over there. We can convert this number into standard form by the same technique or the same method. So decimal is there and we have to convert this decimal after 7. So it's 7.8 times by the 10 power of, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, a positive 10. Okay, what we can do, just assume कि आपने इस डेसिमल से लेकर इस डेसिमल तक आपने तमाम ज़ीरोज़ काउंट करने विद द नंबर एज वेल. ओके, दैट्स अ स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म नोटेशन. Now the third one is 543000. So we can convert our this decimal after the 5 because the condition, our first digit is lie between the 1 and 10. So it's 5.43 and that times by 10. Now see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and a 10, and it's a positive 10. Okay, and the 490 decimal is there, and if I convert after 4, it's 4.90 and the 10 power of a positive 2. Now that's for the large number. Now for the small number, if we change a small number into the standard form, we use the index notation will be the negative. For the smallest number, we can use a negative power. For example, 0.00056. So the rule for the small number, you have to convert this decimal after first non-zero digit. After first non-zero digit. Non-zero digit. So if I convert this decimal after the first non-zero digits, so it can be converted after 5. So it's 5.6, 10 by a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, and it's a negative 5. And the next one, if I convert this decimal after the first non-zero digits, it's 7.6 times by 10 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's negative 8. Now 0.0033, and if I convert after the first non-zero digit, it look like 3.3 and the times by the 10 power of minus 3, and you can observe our first digit is fulfill the condition, it's between the 1 and 10. The last one is, if I convert this decimal after the first non-zero digit, so it's 7.1 times by a 10 power of a minus 2. Now that's some basic idea regarding the standard form. What is standard form? Standard form is a represent of a large number or a small number. That's a technique or a method in which we can convert any number into standard form, but the condition is our first digit number is fulfill. That condition is an important condition, by the way. Our first digit number is lie between the 1 and a 10. Okay, now we have to move on. Now type number 1 question is how we can convert a ordinary number, a first type question, ordinary number to standard form. Ordinary to standard. For example, if I have a 2 or 3 question like this, is 560 and 750. Okay, so same technique, decimal is there, we have to convert after the first non-zero digit. So it's 6.5 and a time raise of power of positive 2, and if I convert decimal over there, it's 7.50 into the 10 power of a positive 2 as well. Now that's for the positive number, and if I take a 2 or 3 negative numbers over there, I mean decimal numbers over there, so it's 0.0092 and the 0.0062. If I convert decimal over there, so it's 9.2 times by the 10 power of a negative 3, and if I convert decimal after 62, 6.2 10 to the power of minus 3 as well. Now that's the first type of the question. It's all about how you can convert ordinary number into the standard form. The second type question is how you can convert a standard form to the ordinary. Okay, standard to ordinary. Standard, we have to convert a standard to ordinary. Now in that case, for example, if we have a number 6.02 times by the 10 power of 3, and we have a number 6.9 10 to the power of minus 3. So it's quite easy for you. For example, if I convert the very first digit number, it's a standard form number by the way, because it's fulfill the condition, because it's look like a to the 10 power of n. So we can write 6.02 times by a 10 power 3 means 10 by 10 by a 10. So power 3 means 1000. So if I convert 1000, so if I multiply by 6.02 by 1000, the answer is 6020. Okay, that's the ordinary number. And for next one, it's quite easy. आपने करना क्या है, you have to just write a decimal. Okay, otherwise you have to convert into standard form. It look like this. So for it's like 0.01020, because 20 और तीसरा digit 6 आ जाएगा, it's 9. Because if I convert this into standard form, it's look like same. So it's quite easy to standard form to ordinary. If we have a standard form over there, we have to convert into the ordinary form. So now the next one, the third type topic is how we can perform a multiplication and the division. So multiplication and division. Okay, so in that case, for example, if I assume a two standard form number, for example, if I assume p is equals to 3 times by 10 and the power of 3, and q is a number, it contains 2 times by 10 power of 2. So first of all, we have to perform the multiplication. So we have to perform p times by the q. First of all, you have to just substitute the value in term of p and the q. So p is 3 times by 10 power of 3 times by q, and the q is 2 times by 10 power of 2. So in the multiplication, number times by a number and the base of 10 times by the base of 10. Okay, so we can write 3 times by a 2, and base of 10 we can write like a base of 10. So now number can be multiplied by number, and in the base of 10 we can use the law of indices. So as we know, in the multiplication power, we can add the powers. Okay, so now 3 times by 2 is 6, and if I add the powers is 3 plus 2, and the 6 times by 10 power of 5. Now that's our answer. Okay, and the next one is if I perform division. So it's same like multiplication. So if p divided by a q, so first we can write the value of p, 3 times by 10 power of 3 divisible by 2 times by 10 power of 2. So now in that case, number divided by a number and the base of 10 divided by the base of 10. So we can use the law of indices over there. In division we can subtract the powers. So 3 divided by 2, so it's 3 divided by the 2, for example, and we can subtract the power 3 minus 2. So 3 by 2, it's 1.5. It's 1.5, and that times by a power of 1, and that's our answer. So in division we can divide the number by number, base of 10 by base of 10. In multiplication we can multiply number by number and the base of 10 by base of 10. Now the next one, and an important one, is addition and subtraction. Addition, subtraction. Assume if p is equals to 3 times by a 10 power of 5, q is equals to 2 times by 10 power of 4, and we have to perform addition over there. Like addition is, we can write is p plus q. First of all, we can just substitute the value, 3 times by 10 power of 5 plus 2 times by 10 power of 4. Okay, Now there is a multiple methods to perform addition. The number of student, what they can do, वो powers को expand कर देते हैं, then we can add them and we have to convert into the standard form. Now see the simple thing. करना क्या है आपने, यहाँ 10 पावर 5 है, यहाँ 10 पावर 4 है, यू हैव टू टेक मिनिमम पावर कॉमन. सो यहाँ 5 है, यहाँ 4 है, तो वी हैव टू टेक 10 पावर 4 कॉमन बिकॉज मिनिमम 10 पावर 4 है, एंड द रिमेनिंग इज 3 टाइम्स बाय, यहाँ पावर 5 है और 4 बाहर कॉमन है, तो यहाँ एक पावर रिमेनिंग बचेगी, and the 2 is same as it is because 10 power 4 is common outside the bracket. Now so 10 power 4 is same, so 3 power 1 means 10, so 10 by 3 is 30 and the 30 plus 2 is 32, so it's 32 times by a 10 power 4. Now see, our first digit is not fulfill the condition because हमने अभी पर डिस्कस किया है कि our first digit is must be lie between the 1 and 10. So यहाँ 32 है and 32 is greater than 10, so we have to convert into a standard form. So we have to just convert this decimal after 3. So इससे क्या होगा, एक पावर आपकी मज़ीद इंक्रीज हो जाएगी, तो it's a 4 plus 1, so it's 3.2 and the 10 power of the 5. अब आप उसको चेक भी कर सकते हैं बाय योर सेल्फ. जो पावर आपकी आंसर की होगी वो यहाँ पर मैक्सिमम पावर होगी. ओके, मैक्सिमम पावर ऑलवेज आंसर में आना चाहिए. नाउ द नेक्स्ट वन, वी हैव टू परफॉर्म सब्ट्रैक्शन एज वेल. सो a subtraction, it's like a addition. So if I just do it subtraction, so it's p minus q. So p is 3 times by 10 power of 5 minus 2 times by 10 power of the 4. So once again the same rule, we have to take a power common. So it's 10 power 5, 10 power 4, we have to take a minimum power common. So minimum is 10 power of the 4, so it's 3 times by a 10 power of 1 because 5 is there, and subtract 2. So 10 power 4 is same, and 3 times by 10 is 30, 30 minus 2, it's become 28, 28 times by a 4. Now you can see our first digit is greater than 10, then we have to convert into standard form. Now it's decimal after converting after 2, it's 2.8, and we can increase a 1 power from the answer side, and it's 2.8 and the 10 power of a 5. Okay, 7 is 0.000 and the 42, and we have to convert this number into the standard form is mentioned over there. So in that case what you have to do, we have to convert this decimal after the first non-zero digit. तो 4 के बाद जाएगा because as we know हमारा फर्स्ट नंबर जो है वो 10 से स्मॉलर होना चाहिए. अगर 42 होगा तो 10 से ग्रेटर हो जाएगा, तो वी कैन नॉट एज्यूम दैट 42. सो ये हो जाएगा 4.2 and we have to move decimals. So 1 2 3 4 and the 5, and it's a negative 5 because smallest number hai. Now the next one is we have to perform the multiplication. Last time we can discuss the multiplication as well. So now in the multiplication we have to multiply number by a number and the base of 10 by the base of 10. Okay, so 7 by 3 it's 21, and in the multiplication we can add the powers. So if I add the powers, it's 21 times by minus 3 and the positive 9, it's become a positive 6, and you can see first digit is 21, greater than 10. We have to convert into standard form, is the 2.1 and the 10 power of positive 6, और decimal move किया है, positive 1 इसका भी आएगा. So it's a 2.1 and the 10 power of the positive 7. Okay, so it's done. Now we have to move a few more questions. Now see, question number 11. Question number 11 is P is given, Q is given, and we have to perform first addition. So now for addition, just substitute the value first. So 2.4 times by a 10 power of 2 plus 6 by a 10 power of a 3. Now in the addition we have to take a minimum power common. 10 power 2, 10 power 3, so 10 power 2 is the minimum power. We take 10 power 2 common, and the remaining is 2.4 and the 6 times by a 10 power of 1 because power 3 है, 2 बार common है. Okay, so 10 power 2 it's same and is 2.4, and 6 by 10 is 60. So if we can add 60 plus 2.4, it's 10 power 2 ये हो जाएगा 62.4. So if I write a number like this, 62.4 times by 10 power of 2. See, a 62 is a number greater than 10, so it's not fulfill the condition of the standard form. So we can convert this decimal after 6. It's a 6.2 times by 10 power of 2 plus 1. It's 6.2 times by 10 power of 3. Now, the next one is, if I remove this one, the next one is 2p, 2 times by p divisible by the q. So first 2, p is 2.4 times by 10 power of 2 and divisible by 6 times by 10 power of 3. Now first of all just reduce them. 2 ones are 2. Okay, so if I multiply, so ये just number से multiply होगा. So 2 by 2 it's 4 and the 4.8 times by 10 power of 2 divided by 6 by 10 power of 3. So for removing decimal, मैं ऊपर से decimal remove करूँगा, नीचे एक 0 increase हो जाएगा. It's 48 divided by 60 and in division we subtract the powers. So अगर मैं 48 को divided by 6 करता हूँ, you can use that 2 times table over there. So it's 0.8 times by 10 power of minus 1. अब 0.8 is a number who less than 1. So we can convert decimal after this. So it's 8.0 और इस तरफ हमने मूव किया है तो एक वैल्यू नेगेटिव में ऐड हो जाएगी. So minus 1 and the minus 1 more. So it 8.0 10 raised to the power of the minus 2. Now 35 and a 000 and we have to convert into the standard form. So decimal यहाँ पर होता है, we have to convert after 3. So it's a 3.5 times by 36 and the 10 power of the positive 7. Now 4.2 times by 10 power of minus 2 and 3 times by 10 power of 4. So now same method, we have to remove decimal from the numerator, increase a 1 0 in the denominator. So minus 2 and the minus 4. And if I divide 42 by a 2 times table, 42 by 30, it's a 1.4 and the times by 10 power of minus 6. Okay, and there is no need to write a number into standard form because 1.4 is lie between the 1 and a 10. Okay, the next one is this one. We have to perform, okay, the China's population is this one, and please convert this population into standard form. So we have to convert decimal after 1. So it's a 1.36 times by the 10 power of 3 6 7 8 9. It's a positive 9. Now the next one is we have to perform the multiplication. 8 times by 10 power of 5 times by 7 times by 10 power of 3. Numbers multiply by a numbers and the base of 10 times by the base of 10. So 7 is 56 and we can add the powers, it's 8. So 56 is a number greater than 10, is not fulfill the condition of the standard form. So we can write 5.6 and we can increase a 1 power. Okay, so it's a 5.6 and the 10 power of the 9. The next one is we have to perform the subtraction. So for subtraction, we can just write a number 8 5 7 by 3. So we take a minimum power common. So in that case 10 power 5, 10 power 3, the minimum power is 10 power 3. So we take 10 power 3 common. Remaining is 8 by 10 power of 2 because power 5 is there. 3 common, 2 is remaining inside the bracket, and minus 7 is same, and 10 power 2 means 100. So 10 power 3, 8 by 100 minus 7. So if I multiply 8 by 100, it's 800 minus 7. So 800 minus 7. 800 minus 7, it's 793. Okay, so if I convert decimal over there, so it's like 7.93 10 power of, we have to move two numbers, so 3 already tha, 2 we can move more, so it's 7.93 and the 10